Kelly Singer, and it is my honor to present to you one of Africa's top rising institutions. For starters, the interesting thing about being an influencer is that I get to choose which organizational brand I affiliate with. Having said that, it is an immense privilege for me to introduce you to the world of Information and Communications Technology University, ICTU, Yaoundé, Cameroon campus. ICTU runs a US curriculum with 3 yearly intakes: the spring intake in February, the summer intake in July, and the fall intake in October. ICTU courses are designed to place you on the cutting edge of innovation, technology, and strategic global leadership. Our goal is to extend access into top quality diplomas, bachelor's, master's, certification, consulting, network designs, and a unique PhD program which offers opportunities for international research and collaboration. Our courses include Information and System Networking, Information and Communication Technology, Computer Sciences, Engineering or Renewable Energy, Accounting Information Technology, Accounting, Banking and Finance, Business Management and Sustainable Development, Science of Education, Public Health, Business Administration, Cisco, Microsoft, Health Information Technology. Please join us in our February 2021 intake in our Yaoundé, Cameroon campus, open for both English and French students, including those with baccalaureate. For more details, do contact us on our website www.ictuniversity.edu.cm. Thank you and God bless.
Hey, hi, my delicious. Hello. It's been a moment, guys. I mean, we've not been live for a while, right? Hi, welcome, guys. Welcome. Hey, how are we doing? How have we been? Hope you guys are good. It's good to see you again, guys. Can you please share the video as you join? From hearts, of course, you know how we do it. Welcome, guys. Let me see those of you who are on. Okay. Ekoti, Aisha, I see you, sweetheart. Oh, yeah? Bonsoir, salut, Delis Matchops Française. Nana Janice, hi. Ayong Ufundem, Ufundem, hi. Lindsay Lena, hey. Guys, share the video, okay? Share, and share. You guys know how we do it, right? You know what's up. I've told you that we need to push this live sessions out because we have been restricted. So guys, please do it manually. We have to do it because the software we're using is not doing a very good job at that. Guys, please share the video. It's good to see you all. Angel Bling, hi. Yeah, Angel Bling says I was first. Hey, Angel. I know you shared already. Gerard Nkwechu, hi. Alice Ekoi, yes. Answer Gitu. Why you put me eyes like that? Come on. You missed me. Tabby Immaculate, hi. I see you guys. I see you. Palm hearts. Share this video, okay? Share, and share. Blaze along. Bless along. We have Electa Elando. We have Fonju Yvette. We have Kalista Atams. We have Afombe Eniru. We have Binui Cherries. We have Eniru Edna. We have Anna, Stephanie. If it feels like my people are watching today, all my our Charangwen, my people from Gi. I see the names Luinzi, Luina. Hey guys, share the video, guys. Let us have an exciting, insightful, and very educative talk. Of course, you guys have seen it is business and entrepreneurship with Roland Fomundam. We do this every Wednesdays, okay, at 7. Okay, Roland Fomundam is backstage and he's going to be answering your questions regarding entrepreneurship. So, what we decided to do is, of course, this platform is predominantly a relationship. Like I always say, it's a relationship hub where you can shop just about anything as regards relationship. Okay, but we said, okay, it's a lot of hype, my IDs, and a lot of youngsters out there who focus only on relationships like that. How about us spicing the platform up with things that could potentially, take you to the next level with your life, your purpose, your destiny? And of course, there's no better person to do that than our very own entrepreneur par excellence, Mr. Roland Fomundam. He's going to be joining us, but just before that, okay, can we look at this? Tada! On your screens, guys. It is study in London. Okay, for those of you back home who want to pursue a course, MBA course, or travel abroad, travel to the US, to the UK, and other parts of Europe to study, guys, these are the details on here. Okay, FK Global Educational Ventures has got you covered, guys. That's the go-to person. Okay, that's the go-to firm to get you covered, to drill you on admission process. It's a lot of things that FK Global Ventures would do to secure you admission over this way until you get to the UK and of course settle in. So it's a lot of options you've got. You've got entrepreneurship, you've got marketing, you've got banking and finance, you've got information management, MBA courses, you can have postgraduate and of course graduate courses. So please, guys, if you want to travel and study abroad, if you want a legit line, okay, to study abroad, the details are on your screen. Okay, you might want to get through to me and get inbox, and so we can take it from there. But of course, the boss is Mr. Flavian Kimby. For those of you who watched, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he was here. He talked about this and answered a lot of questions. But of course, you would be seeing him on the platform from hence. Okay, guys, do share the video. Share, and share. Okay, guys. Roland Fomundam, like I said, he's backstage. Just about time for us to get him on here. Okay, but before we do that, guys, let us watch a glimpse of what he has been on about. How he started until he got to where he is right now. Keep sharing the video, guys. Pumping hearts as we wait on him to join us.
Africa is a continent with abundant natural resources, but 90% of the population still lives under the poverty line. 65% of the population are small-scale farmers. They are feeding all of Africa and much of the world, but most are barely getting by every day. My name is Roland Fomundam. I grew up with my aunt in a small Cameroonian village where I saw her toil away every day of her life, but she, just like most farmers, was stuck in a cycle of poverty. The main problem is with the market system and lack of a modern farming infrastructure. My aunt could produce as many fruits and vegetables as she wanted, but at the end of the weekly market day, whatever she did not sell became waste. There was no way to preserve the food any longer, and it's still the same today. That is why my company, Jolla Venture, is creating a platform that would empower farmers with access to new technologies, capacity building training, and access to better markets. Our first product, the Soul Part, lets farmers dry fruits and vegetables in 6 hours instead of 400 hours using traditional methods. But this is the only first step. My plan is to revolutionize agriculture in Cameroon and West Africa. I will bring talent and technologies from American universities to take on these challenges at ground zero, something nobody else is doing. It is a long road ahead, but Jolla Venture is well on its way to changing the lives of millions of farmers.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. You guys have heard from him. That's how Roland Fomundam started. He brought a vision that today is a talk about is a household name in Cameroon. How did he do it and how did he get here? Like I said, there's no better person to talk about to answer your many questions regarding entrepreneur and business. Okay, entrepreneurship and business in Cameroon than Roland Fomundam. He will be joining us soon, guys. Let me just see in the comments those of you who have joined again. Deborah and G, I see you. I hope that you guys have shared the video. You've pumped hearts. Guys, keep sharing. Share to many groups. Share to groups, okay? And we're about to have a great time. Right. Juliet Singer, hi sis, I see you. Chu Ernestine, Joyce, Nelly, I see you. Annette Berrinui, I see you. Joyce, Nelly, Maya, hey darling, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Keep sharing. Have you shared? Have you shared the video? Do you want to excel in business and entrepreneurship, small and medium-sized enterprises as well, not just the large-scale businesses? So just so we know, okay, he answers everything. Like I said, he is the plug when it comes to business and entrepreneurship. Greenhouse Ventures has been a household name for a while. Okay, Roland Fomundam is not just limited to the rudimentary, I would say, traditional style of agriculture. He has revolutionized agriculture, and he has made it. I would say, I use a wrong term. He has made agriculture sexy. How he got to this level, of course, he is always here to talk about it. Roland, are you ready? While I get you on board. Ladies and gentlemen, pump hearts as I bring Mr. Roland Fomundam on board, please. Please, please, and please pump him hearts. Welcome him, okay? The rightful way. Come on, pump more hearts for him as he joins us. Ta-da! Hi, Roland. Welcome. Welcome to the show. It's good to have
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for having me.
Bit far from your screen. You want to push forward, please. You want to lean forward. Hi, Roland. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. Thank you for having me.
Right. Can you turn off your receiver and then you lean forward just so that we can get your face on screen, please?
Is that good enough?
A bit more. A bit more.
Better?
Right. I think it's a lot better now. Welcome again. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you?
And I'm good. You?
Where
How
are we?
you?
Where are we starting at?
Well, we're starting from where you want us to start. You are the boss, man. You are the boss.
No,
I mean, your
I'll
fans,
take your lead on
are in the comments and they're eager and waiting for you to come and spill out the,
Oh man.
the knowledge in all of what. I did play a video before you got on here. I don't know if you watched it.
No, I didn't catch it. Which
Well,
video
it's
is
all
that?
about it's all about you talking about the primitive. Permit me use the word the primitive mode of farming and agriculture, which actually got you thinking of how to transform it and make it big and fill in the lapses up to this level where you got to. I mean, you mentioned about how your aunts used to work more like working like an elephant and eating like an ant, sort of, and you thought this something was wrong and you had to change that. Can we have more of that before we get into the questions and answers, please?
Okay. I mean, that's I remember the video. That was sometime in 2012, I think.
Okay.
And that was one of the driving elements behind where we are today.
Oh wow.
Because for one thing if you get to learn about it in America, only 2% of the entire United States are farmers, but they are able to feed entire 300 million people. Whereas in Cameroon, you have about 65% of the entire population that are into farming, and they are actually unable to feed even themselves. You look at a country like Holland, 16 million people, that's half of Cameroon, and about 50,000 of them only are
Right.
farmers. They feed the entire Europe.
Wow.
And Cameroon, you have over 10 million people involved in farming, and we still go to bed hungry. So it didn't really make sense. And that just went on to say, you know, the way we've been doing farming, you know, would not take us anywhere. And those are the things that we started looking at to understand, okay, if we have to have any impact in this industry, what are we going to do? How do we do it? So the greenhouse technology, of course, was right up our alley. That technology, which we realized that could go a long way, in alleviating, you know, in improving agricultural conditions, increasing profitability and productivity in farming. And I think today it speaks of the journey that we've had since then.
It's been an incredible journey, and I must say I'm so proud of what you have done and how far you have gotten, and of course where you're going to, because I see your vision is that massive, and most importantly the fact that you want to take Cameroonians along. Man, you're not selfish with this knowledge. This is what is so impressive about what you're doing, and reason why we create such avenues and platforms for people and those interested to come learn. I noticed at some point when I was listening to it, your the name, I think you sort of changed the name. Your vision wasn't birthed with Greenhouse Ventures.
Yes,
Is it
yes,
that you did incorporate you incorporated
yes, yes,
the greenhouse bit along the way,
yes. I
or
mean, my first company. Yeah, that was my first company, was called Jola Venture,
mm-hmm.
and that's something I can talk about. You know, it just tells you of the journey of entrepreneurship and
Mm.
business development. You know, you
Right,
start from somewhere and you end somewhere else. So when I had it as Jola Venture, we were more or less focused on developing sustainable technologies. We did things like solar dryers, solar dehydrators, cook
right,
stoves, green charcoal. We were the first to introduce green charcoal in Cameroon. We did mechanical water pumps and all of that. And when we realized that the mother of all technologies was the greenhouse technology, and that's how we switched now to the greenhouse ventures, because I wanted something that spoke exactly to the technology that we were introducing into the marketplace.
right. I mean, powerful, my dear, powerful. Congratulations. I cannot stop
Thank,
telling you that
thank
because
you, thank you.
man, it's been awesome. Let's move.
Thank
What we
you.
dive into what we have today. What are we talking about again? Can
I
you
know we have
remind
a
me?
lot of questions from last time and everything.
Yeah, so we start with the questions of last time. Some people did ask about the diaspora, how to how most of because most of them have these concerns of starting up businesses in Cameroon, and you know how to shuttle between Cameroon and that, having a business to manage. And then they also talked about mentorship. Most people wanted to find out the role and importance of mentorship in their, I mean, business life. And was there any other thing I missed out on? And of course, today we will be talking about all of the questions. Some of you dropped your questions. I did make a post, guys. Those of you in the comments, I know that you are waiting with some boiling questions. But like I said, you should always follow the platform because I did put up a post. I put up a post the last time and I was talking about those of you who have questions to drop in there. It's easier for us to manage it when you put in your questions way before time, okay? And he can always have them ready. But that notwithstanding, if you did not, okay, if you missed out on the post, you might want to just drop it here. But of course, it's going to come only after he has taken these ones, okay? I see those of you joining again. When you join, please spam hearts and of course share the video, guys. Share, and share, guys. Share. I don't need to overemphasize on this. Please share the video to as many groups as possible. Share with your with your friends. YouTube, if you are watching, guys, you know you can share as well. Okay, we had a bit of a technical glitch there. I hope that Roland is back and can join us. You guys know he's in Cameroon, right? And you know how crazy the internet can be sometimes. So please just bear when you see him leave the screen. Just bear with us. Kiki Chila, I see you. Mark Gweg Lillian, hi. Blandin Nikes, hi. Okay, I see you. For those of you watching at the background, guys, keep pumping hearts. Share the video. Share, share, and share. So these are some of the questions that we had from last time. We had a question from Melanie Loom. We had questions from Rita Mofon. We had questions from Nchabo Nye. Another question from Can Eugene. If they are on there, hopefully they're there so they don't miss out on the answers that Roland will be giving them. Roland is still trying to connect again, Fortunately, it's not there. Hopefully, he comes back real quick. Okay, guys, share the video, guys. Share, and pump hearts as you join. Keep pumping us hearts to encourage us and do this. We had questions again from Babila Donald. We had questions from Emily Ancha. We had questions from Roland Castro. Okay, so guys, all of you, if you're there, do not fret, okay? Roland Fomundam is going to take your questions, of course. Take your questions and answer every one of them. Welcome back, guys. Share the video. Keep sharing. Daisy Claire Loom, hi. Constance Kabi, hi. Manqueg Lillian, hi. Roland, just try, if you can hear me, can you just try connecting again one more time, please? I know it's a hassle. Just do it. Of course, I understand. Don't worry. And others understand as well. They know what it is I'm having to connect from back home. So don't fret. Just try connecting again. Don't worry, the internet. Don't worry, the internet will not disgrace you. Okay, we're gonna have a show. For the meantime, guys, it's okay to drop your questions in the comments, okay? Just so that it's easier for us to just project them when it's that time. Okay, so it's easy. If you have a question, just pop it in the comments, okay? And I'm going to project it on the screen. Clandy Vina, hi. I see you pumping hearts. I see you all. Guys, thank you for the patience. Roland, if you can hear me, can you try connecting again? Oh boy. Device is not connected. I'm not sure why. Okay, while we wait on Roland, okay, guys, this is a video that you can potentially learn a lot from. I've told you guys, when it comes to Roland Fomundam, he's a portal of wisdom. He's a portal of everything that has to do with business and entrepreneurship. More like he has the blueprint to these things, okay? You want to listen and listen attentively to him. So when it has to do with any interview that he is granted, I'm certain you're going to pick out one or two things from it. So guys, while waiting for him to connect again, can we just watch this video, patient, take out time, and if you have any questions from then on, he will answer them, of course, accordingly. Thank you.
Small-scale farmers are among the poorest and the hungriest in the world. Yet in Africa, agricultural communities make up 65% of Africa's labor force and account for 32% of gross domestic product. Efforts by governments and the development community at large to support small-scale farming in sub-Saharan Africa are not yielding significant results. Now, for perspective into some alternative ways that could help find lasting solutions to tackle challenges facing Africa's farming communities, I'm joined by Roland Fomundam. He's a social entrepreneur and founder and CEO of Greenhouse Ventures. Welcome to Africa 54, Mr. Fomundam.
Yes, you're very right. Thank you for having me.
Now, farming is a critical sector for the African continent. African nations are literally sustained by small-scale farmers.
Right.
What are, in few words, what are some of the challenges these farmers really have to face every day?
Yes, farmers face a number of issues. First of all, production. Having constant production every day, every time, and prices, it's a very big problem. Seasonality also affects farming because that also affects prices and fluctuations. So, for example, in Cameroon, you would have, during the mango season, a 50-kilogram bag of mangoes would cost about $4 if you convert that. And during the off-season, you probably have no mangoes, and they even get more expensive. If one mango of those is sold here in the US, you would probably sell for about $3.50 if it's been processed and dried. So it's a very, very big challenge because small-scale farmers, they work their hardest, and they're not involved in the value chain of the produce. And that makes it in such a way that you have farmers who grow all the food and actually don't have much to eat, or what they get to consume. It's very poor quality.
Now, you've been working to try and see how you can, sort out some of those issues. Just can you lay out some of the strategies that you think can work across the continent?
Yes. First of all, we had to understand what was the underlying problem in agriculture. First, it's involving a population that is very, very active. Today in Africa, you have the older generation that is still involved in farming. And that is because farming is still done the way it was done 500 years ago. Youths are totally disengaged from this farming activity. So first of all, we have to find ways to involve more youths in farming so that you can increase productivity. Because the older generation, they're getting tired. They have other things to worry about.
So you want to try and make it, not look like something people do because they have no education, they're poor, and they have nothing better to do.
Yes, that has actually been a stereotype. In America, if you talk to a farmer, you don't have that stereotype. Yeah. You understand? In Africa, of course, when you talk of someone being a farmer, someone who lives in the village, yeah, they're poor, they're illiterate, and all of that. And it's been a stereotype that has affected farming for a very, very long time.
So what more, because we don't have a lot of time, really can be done to first to give the incentive, but also to make it worth their time and their energy?
Yes, creating structures or infrastructures that can actually involve farmers and actually enabling them to produce year-round, and also engaging them in ways they can actually sell at competitive prices. Mm-hmm. It's very, very important.
Now, the governments have not succeeded very much in this area. How do you come in?
Good. Governments usually haven't solved all the problems of several communities. Where we come in is where we say we have introduced a technology that is novel, a technology that is very sustainable, it is friendly. But more so, our greenhouses have been used to grow more per unit area. We grow more healthier crops and crops that could be sold at a premium on any market. So in such a way, you are engaging farmers in a way that they grow, they also consume what they produce, and also they can actually sell at competitive prices on any markets globally.
Mm-hmm. So you are enabling them to actually grow throughout the year.
That's right.
And hopefully take advantage of prices when they're of more benefit to them.
Very true. But more so, we have made in such a way that we are looking to stabilize the prices we have on the market. So we focus in three main areas: production, aggregation, and then post-harvest management, which are the key things that once you can engage these three areas, and then you're actually being able to engage farmers in the value chain of the produce.
We really need to appreciate and love our farmers. They feed the entire continent.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us and giving us this insight.
Thank you.
Well, Roland Fomundam is a social entrepreneur, founder and CEO of Greenhouse Ventures.
Wow. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I know that you have been mesmerized by that video. I am always, blown apart each time I watch him talk about these things, and so effortless. That's the beautiful part of it. Roland has come back. Hopefully you don't get off the stage again. You have some questions. Some people have been patient enough. Thank you guys for being this patient. Roland, bingo.
I am right here. Thank you for being patient.
I know. I don't know if it is my screen or what it is, but your screen is having a blackout. Guys, in the comments, can you let us know? Can you see him, or it's just my own screen? Because I can hear your voice, but I can't see your image.
I can see myself.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's from me or so, but hey. It's the same thing. Guys, can you see him? Can you see him on the screen? Dilly Singer, I can see you. Can you see him on the screens, guys? Let me know, indicate in the comments, guys. Can you see him? We can't. They can't see you, Roland. I'm not sure why that is. Guys, bear with us. Thank you for your patience. Oof. You know what? I think at the end of the day, we'll have to connect with the WhatsApp. I mean, just connect with WhatsApp, okay, for today, and why we get to sort out exactly what's wrong with his own connection.
I mean, I can see myself inside though. I
Yeah,
can
but
see
everybody's,
you.
I can't see you, and everybody's also confirming they cannot see you.
Why is
You
there
can
always a
speak
problem when my
audio is fine, right? Okay, they're saying you should go with the audio because they can hear you, but they can't see you.
Okay. All right, let's do audio then.
Right, that's fine. So we just get on with the questions. At least we can at least answer those questions, guys. Pump hearts, guys. Pump more hearts. Okay, pump us hearts. So I'm gonna take the first question that is coming from Melanie Loom. Melanie is asking, what kind of business can one do in Cameroon, and with how much can one start the business? And I understand that some of the questions can be a bit tricky. Some of the questions can be a bit, I mean, below the belt, quote unquote. But you understand the audience we deal with. So, of course, they're expecting you to break these things down for them and to also fill in the blank spaces for them. So, when you look at the questions, I am certain that you would understand exactly what the mindset of the person is, and you can help answer it accordingly. So, over to you, Mr. Fomundam. Thank you so much for the patience.
No, I should be thanking you all. I should be thanking the viewers and all the followers. Thank you for the comments. Thank you guys for being very patient. I'm hoping that in years to come we would ameliorate the internet connections so we never have these problems again. And
Amen.
I think one of you can take this as a business model and make some money out of it.
Right?
So yes,
Somebody should shout amen in the comments, guys.
I know, right? So yes, to your question, and whoever asked that question, what business can you start in no, it's clean water. Sorry. What business can you start and for how much? I first of all, I don't want to answer it very generally. Um, I want to customize the answer for each and every one of you.
Okay.
You see, and I want to start it this way. Why do you actually want to start business? You see, business is not for everyone.
Mm,
Many of us tend to push ourselves into that space, maybe under pressure or under misinformation of what we've gotten,
yeah.
and then you end up, not having the right results. And then the next thing is you're blaming yourself, you think you failed and all of that. There are many opportunities for business. So there are three things if you have to start a business. The first of all, you have to find the need in the marketplace. What need are you looking to solve? Is it,
Mm,
you want to make shoes, you want to make slippers, you want to sell needles, Secondly, where is the market? Who is the market you want to sell to? So based on the market you want to sell to, then you can now decide on what product or the price that you will sell for.
mm,
So based on these three things, you will now be able to know, okay, this is how much I need to get started.
right.
You see, most people, they actually get the money and then they start looking for what to start. No, get the idea. So first of all, start with the need in the marketplace. The secondly, identify what price points and then what the product would be. I think I had it like that.
Yes.
Because if you go that route, you will be able to know, okay, my business, there is a need. People need needles around here because you find people a lot of torn clothes and there is nobody with a sewing machine around. Then,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you say, okay, maybe selling needles will be what will make it. Then the next thing would be, where is the market? Is the market around my house? Is it far away from me? Is it my friends? How are your products or services going to get to the market? You
Mm-hmm.
think about that cost. And then now, how much are you going to sell it for? That's the third aspect. From there now, you'll be able to determine, do I need 100,000? Do I need 10,000? Do I need 1 million? You understand? So
Right.
that should be the sequence of activities. So I don't. There are a lot of people who just sit and say, okay, I've seen my friend starting a bakery business. I want to start a bakery business. Oh, I've seen my friend starting a restaurant business. I want to start a restaurant business. Oh, I want to start a car rental business. No. Based on any business you want to start, you have to first of all measure these three things, and then go on now to be able to decide how much you really need. And I remember my last session, I did talk about the fact that money is never the first thing you need to get started in business.
Exactly. Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Whenever you start with money first, you always lose. You lose the money first. Always know that. The first thing you want to start with is, what is the idea you actually want to solve? Where is the market? How much are you going to sell for? You must be able to understand how you make your money back, and then to understand how much money you want to put in. And then I remember last time someone asked, if you don't have money, how do you get started? And I said, the first thing you need is a team. You need a team to be able to build with you and to give you the credibility that you do need. If you're looking to start a sole proprietorship business, that's fine. But you also have to know that there are limitations to sole proprietorship business. Sole proprietorship business is somebody, yes, you have your money, or you have ways to get your money, and then you can get started. That's you. But if we're in the business of today, where you will need additional, funds, you will need validation, you will need to raise funds, then you need a team. And I made a post the other day, that said people should stop attending networking events looking for co-founders, looking for team members. Your friends, your best friends, the people that you live with. If you cannot work with those people, then you can never work with anybody. Okay? It is important for you all to understand that the first line of people you need for your business are your friends and family. And the first line of customers you should have are your friends and family. If your friends and family cannot buy into your idea, then no, there is nothing you don't even just forget about it. That is why it is so important that you guys maintain good relationships. Your network is your net worth. I think I've answered that question in terms of. So I don't want to say that you need 10,000, 20,000, a million. No. And there are so many businesses. I see Cameroon as the bedrock of opportunities, because there is everything that is going wrong in this country, and everything that's going wrong is an opportunity. You understand? Be it the internet connection, be it the phones, be it the garages, be it the hairdressing salons, be it anything that you guys see on social media and complain about that it is going wrong, it's a business opportunity.
It's a business opportunity.
Oh yeah. That's why for us, when people were complaining, oh, agriculture is this, agriculture cannot do this, farmers are dying, I never saw it as a problem. I saw it as an opportunity. I have 55% of the entire Cameroon population as my market. But the interesting thing is that I don't only have 65% as consumers, but also as producers. As a matter of fact, I have the entire country, because everybody eats. It doesn't make any sense that we're in Cameroon, we have enough arable land, but we still allow the Chinese or the Lebanese to come and do farms here and then sell that food to us. It doesn't make any sense that we're here. Cameroon is the second largest producer of tomatoes in sub-Saharan Africa, yet we are still importing tomatoes into Cameroon. So I took up on that, and right now I am challenging importation of things like bell peppers. If you go to any supermarket today and you see local bell peppers, they come from our farms, and that's the advantage we're getting. And even up to today, Cameroonians are still not awake. They still don't even think that bell peppers can grow in Cameroon. Or everybody wants to grow plantains, everybody wants to grow cocoyams, everybody wants to, grow cassava. No, go to where no one eats, and that's what's happening. So there are a lot of opportunities, there are a lot of voids. All I want to tell you is that make sure that you understand the entire marketplace first. Make sure that you get the right team to work with, and then launch yourself like there's no other thing to do better than that.
Wow. That was jam-packed, man. Guys, I see you connecting, okay? Can you just kindly share the video as you connect, okay? Like I said, it's a portal of wisdom and knowledge here that he's spilling out, and you want others to learn from it. And if that be the case, then tag your friends, invite them to join, share to groups, as many groups as possible, share on your platforms, okay, just so that we can have other people engaging, okay, because it's too much that he's saying, and if people are not watching, it's pointless, okay. Roland, I don't know if you're done with that question.
Yes, yes, I'm done with that question. I think we
Right,
can go
so
on to
I'm
the
just
next
going to go to the next question. Of course, the little this, because you take out time to really explain these things, and so most of these questions will be answered directly or indirectly, because it's too many things I've gotten already from what you've said. Okay, if you're just joining, we cannot have Mr. Roland on screen because, of course, his internet connection is been acting up. Okay, but of course, you can have the audio so that we get the show done. This question is coming from. Okay, guys, sorry. Must a business? This question is coming from Nchabo Nye. It's asking, must a business consultant or coach have a flourishing business they are running? Hmm.
Say it again. What was the question?
Must a business consultant or coach have a flourishing business they are running?
Yes. No, 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 no. I think if I understand that clearly, you're asking if a business consultant or coach must have a business.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In Cameroon, it is a yes, and I will tell you why it is a yes.
Okay.
It is a yes in Cameroon because Cameroon is business in Cameroon is practical. It's not theory. Unlike in the Western world where you have business cases that are written of many businesses, if you go, say, to the Harvard Business School, you can go to the library, you can read about every American business that has lived. So you can learn from those cases and you can understand. But believe me, go to any university in Cameroon, even the business of Foto or of Kaji or who that you know, there is nothing you would find on their business. You understand? So people don't write about their businesses. So we don't have business cases or we don't have business solutions that have been written. So for you to be a business coach without a business, it doesn't really make sense because what are you going to be teaching? You're going to be teaching people about businesses, how businesses are being run in America or about London. It doesn't happen that way. There is no way you can get business ideas from some other country and implant them or impose them on what Cameroon business is. Because the business environment in Cameroon is not like anyone you've seen anywhere. It is very different. Many of you underestimate that, but business in Cameroon is different from business in any other country that I have lived or that I know that people live on, honestly. Because here, we right now, our generation in Cameroon, Ryland, that is on the phone. Our generation in Cameroon is a generation that is actually setting the pace for business. We are actually putting the roadmaps right now for business. You know, you go online now, you can read about me, you can read about many other businesses like B, you can read about Terrific Coffee, you can read about Daily Singers, you can read about many businesses, you know, but the business of the O, you cannot read about them. So we are the ones now setting the space. So the generation that will come after us, yes, in that generation, you can have business coaches that don't have businesses. But this particular generation, a business coach or consultant should have an idea of a business. Either has run a business or has worked in starting a business along with somebody. That's the only way you can understand the practicalities of business. And one thing you should know, in Cameroon itself, there are 10 regions. Of these 10 regions, business is run differently in all the regions. All. The way you run business in Marwa is different from the way you run business in Bamenda, different from when you run business in Bamenda, in Boya, Lembe, Yaoundé, anywhere. It is different. Even sometimes just within the neighborhood. If you're in Douala, for example, the way you do business in a city like Bonamusade and Bonaberi are two different places, two different demographics, two different customers. So you really need to understand the practicalities of doing business on the ground. And then more so, you know, we have a government in place that manages and oversees businesses. As a matter of fact, if you get to understand business in Cameroon, you would understand that government plays a very big role. And the irony is that you have many more businesses that are owned and run by government individuals, not the private sector. These are people who have a one particular ideology in how business is supposed to be. So doing business amongst individuals like this, it becomes very, very tricky. So you must be able to customize your business to suit the environment that you're in and to suit the market that you're looking to sell to. That is why, yes, if there's somebody who has advised you about doing business in Cameroon, then please, that person should have done business or should know how business is being run. It
Okay.
is sad because today you see a lot of people online, they are called themselves business this, business that, business that.
Consultants, CEOs, and
Yeah.
all whatnot. Anyway, Roland, that has been very insightful. Guys, if you're just joining, this is Business and Entrepreneurship with Roland Fomundam. He is not on screen because we've been having some technical glitches. But that notwithstanding, okay, the audio version is still going to do exactly what we intend to do. I can see some comments from here, Mr. Roland. I will take them and I'll swap to the previous ones. Okay, let's take this one from Clandy Vina. It's a whole lot, so I'm going to read from them from my dashboard. Okay, because it's all over the screen. I'm just projecting it just so that other people can read. Roland, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Okay, so it's saying lately I started raw food called Clandy's Raw Food Distribution Agency. I deal with quality products from salt like Irish potato, corn. Even I succeeded in making my social media handles marketable and stepping up by branding. I still need some guidelines and tips on how to penetrate the physical market. Lately, I developed the idea of visiting restaurants, hotels, and small roadside businesses that deal with my product in order to be supplying them. But it's not. Let me see if I can get all of it from here. Mm, sure. Sorry, Clandy, your comment cannot show fully on screen, okay? Of course, for the obvious reason, it was too much. Can you divide that into two so that I can project it like twice? Okay, and Roland can better understand it because there's still a bit, and I think that the crux of it is at the bottom. All right, guys, I see some of you watching. Nell L, I see you. Kum George, I see you. Ivy Yengo, I see you. Sidwan Mulong, Constance Kabi, hey. Sidwan Munke, I see you. Yeah. So those of you who have joined again, just share the video, palm hearts as you join. Okay. Clandy, please, if you can make your comments, can you please compress it and just get the basics, okay, the needful and the necessary.
Yes, I mean, I think just here reading her business, reading her question, I could understand what she was trying to say.
Okay, Roland, I know you can. Okay, let's just see if she can do that. If not, let's take this question on the screen. Then we
Okay.
can get back to house. Yeah, it's coming from Whitney Bokwe. So I don't know if it's a he or she asking. You talk of having knowledge in the sector to invest in the sector to invest. In my question, sir, is there a tax-free system in business in Cameroon? If yes or no, how is the government encouraging businesses in Cameroon, either on small or large scale?
Okay. Yes, you see, these questions are called rhetoric questions. When someone asks this question, I have a feeling they actually don't understand the question they're actually asking. And you hear a lot of people talk about this, whenever you come on a business thing and you have to start talking about taxes in Cameroon, I just have a feeling that you haven't really understood the tax system, and probably, or you haven't understood Cameroon, or even talking about how is the government encouraging. I mean, we are in Cameroon. What is it? I'm not a politician. I'm not here to talk about how the government is encouraging or any of that. No. Those are not the questions I want to answer here, please. I want to answer very practical questions. These are very rhetoric questions and any of that. Is there a tax-free system? I mean, those are things that you guys can look up. I want us to really talk practical questions about how things can be done, move from A to B. I don't want to answer political questions about government or any of that. So I would not like to indulge a lot in this question. But I will tell you one thing: Cameroon is not doing bad in taxes. If you've done business in other countries, then you would understand that Cameroon has some safe haven. But of course, from Yaoundé, Douala, Bamenda, Boya, Limbe, every city or region has its own ways that those laws have been applied. You know, because the same way a tax administrator will apply some rules in Bamenda, very different from the same way they would apply it in a place like a Bulowa or Yaoundé or Betwa.
Right.
So it cannot be a general question. So I would want to say that these are questions that you can go to your tax agency and ask them, what are the free things that the government is offering for you in that particular place? Like I said again, business in all 10 regions of Cameroon are different. So go to the region that you want to do business in and ask that question, and I believe you get a better answer. Because if I have to talk a lot about this, I will only talk about where I have done business, and it could be very different from where you are doing business.
Okay.
And then also the sector also is different. If you're into agriculture, it's different from if you are trying to get into gold business or do petroleum. So it's a very general but more rhetoric question, which I prefer that you can trim it down and make it more specific, or you can just go to your tax regional service and ask them, and they'll be there to give you all the answers that you really don't need.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I hope the others got that. So go straight to the point, be direct, be more specific with what you're asking. You can ask questions in a generic format, of course, but if it has to do with business, only if it has to do with business and entrepreneurship. Anything apart from that, maybe this is the wrong timing or wrong platform for that. Babila Donald asked the question that was on the platform before we get back to Candy, if she's still there. What security measures have you put in greenhouse for thieves? I invested in a plantain plantation. I didn't harvest half of my crops.
Yes, those are the people who come and do business and then go away. You do business in your house. If you want to have a plantation, have a house on that plantation. Okay. This is Cameroon.
Have a
this
house
is
on
not.
that plantation. What do you mean by
no,
that?
have a farmhouse. Have a farmhouse. All my farms,
right.
all my farms, my managers that live on site. It is important. I mean, you know, you have somebody living on site. You know, you cannot invest 2 million CFA and then you don't want to invest in having a guard on site that you pay say 500,000 a year. You know,
Right.
some people don't think very well to do business. You only think about the gains, but you don't think about how you protect those gains. You know, somebody would have an investment of 10 million and you don't have anybody guarding that investment. Or you have somebody who lives in the diaspora, they come here and they open a business and they go away and they say, no, God is watching over the business. Then tomorrow, you know, things happen and you would say, you know, no. For me, all my farms, they have farmhouses, people live on site. That's one. And then secondly, we have a system in place for accountability. And then third, we have a team that is true to itself. You know, you will not have granules and then put rats around and expect that you'll come back and find them. So that's why I talk about having the right team, folks. Make sure you have the right team of individuals to work with you.
Right.
You must find the right team, because if you have the right team, they will protect your assets. They will not steal from you. And to have the right team, that should be the question that I want to get from you guys. How do you cultivate the right team? How do you cultivate the right company culture? How do you cultivate people who will not steal from you? How do you cultivate people who will protect your business with you? A lot of people who you would hear that, oh, they stole. It's simply because you have a business that, you know, you want to keep it all to yourself. And then you employ somebody who believes that, oh, you know what? My goal here is just to get what I can get for myself and leave. And that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
So always make sure that you are creating a platform where it's collective. Remember, it is better to have 1% of 1 trillion than have 100% of 1 million.
You made that statement last time.
Yes, it's very important.
You went off the screen when you were about to break that down. So this is just about that time for you to do that.
It is important that we get this, because, you know, the problem we have in Cameroon is that we are so individualistic. Everybody wants to do it on their own. Look at all the billionaires that we have in Cameroon. How many partnerships do you see amongst them all? All of them. All. I mean, tell me one, business guru in Cameroon that is working with
Who has
somebody.
merged, or firms even who have merged with
None,
each
none,
other,
none.
and I
Everybody
get
wants to
it.
be individual. Even the workers that they bring in, they all want to be individualistic. It doesn't work like that. If you come to my company, we have a culture. There's a culture of progression. There's a culture of being engaged. There's a culture of growth. You grow through the company. You gain in the company. You are part of the company. We are a family. The way we grow in my business, and that's the way it happens. So if you're stealing from me, you're stealing from yourself, and that's the way it works. And those who've stolen, they've gone. They're not in the company anymore. So of course, it's not as if you can eradicate that in the company. No, but if out of every 10 people you can get 8 that are good, then that is great. But sometimes you get 10 and all 10 of them are bad, and you cannot blame everybody. Maybe you should look at yourself. What is it that you're not doing right? You see, many a times we tend to put the blames on others, but maybe that blame should be on us. And that's something that we really need to be paying particular attention to see, okay, what is it that we're not doing right? Are we attracting the wrong crowd? Or do we have a wrong company culture? And talking about company culture, many of us have businesses but have no culture of that business.
That's
And of
right.
course, we need to invite people who have no interest in the business growth. You have to know that Cameroon, a lot of people are unemployed. There are people who would take on the job for any reason. They just want to have their first salary and then they leave. So if you keep having people who really have no interest to stay longer in your business, then yes, you keep attracting people who just come and take and go. So
Just a bit of an aside on what you have explained. So we did put up. I work in partnership with another company, and actually we had to put out a communique, more like a job advert out there, for persons to apply. We did put it out, and we started having applicants sending their CVs. It's crazy, Roland, how Cameroonians don't have a CV. For starters, they don't have a CV. I mean, the CV they have is nothing to write home about, majority of them. But what you even have on your CVs is just crazy. So somebody comes in box and be like, "Oh, madam, this and this, I have this experience of this and that and that and that," and then goes at the bottom of it and says, "Because my mother is sick, I need this job to help take care of my mother." And these are the turn-offs. And when we read it, we just at some point we just felt like, oh my God, you missed it out here. I know that we're going to have different sessions, okay, to really talk about, like you said, this culture, business culture, because a lot of people, a lot of Cameroonians still miss out on these things. It is those small things that we ignore, those little things. There's a reason why you did not get that job. There's a reason why others were chosen, you were not. Why you did not get a phone call back? There's a reason. I mean, I'm happy that Roland is here and he's going to be talking about that, because it's not just limited. Remember, it's business and entrepreneur. So he's not just limited to just, okay, greenhouse and okay, those very large businesses. Like I said, it's all of these things. And you can be rest assured that he's going to ask you questions, okay, answer your questions, okay. Roland, we have Clandi Vina's question. I think she has summarized it. So it's on the screen. Oh, no, let me get the first bit. Sorry about that. So tips on how to penetrate the physical market when dealing with agricultural products. Since I'm still at the early stage of my business, which deals with agricultural products, is it best to register my business as an ETS or SAR or LTD?
good. To your question, you see, the business entity it's really based on how you want to grow the business. You understand? ETS or SAL or LTD, honestly, it doesn't have much of a meaning or difference, especially being an agricultural company. So what I like to say is, if you're, it matters if you're going to raise funds externally, then yes, having an ETS, which is like more sole proprietorship, or LTD, which is limited liability, it is just based on, how you bring investors on board and all those little things that you want to do. But yes, if you're into agriculture, and you should know that once you register your business, then you open up yourself. You know, you open up yourself for taxes, you open up yourself for other regulations. I always say the priority is not to register a business. The priority is to make sure that you can run the business. So it is very, very important. If you're an early stage business, then just run your business, even from your bedroom. Run the business the way you're doing it. Until you get to a point where, okay, people now have become interested, they want to invest in your business. Now you have to think of the structure. How do they come on, and how do you bring them on, and how do you incorporate that? You see, then that's where it goes. But if you don't have other people getting on board, then there's really no need to do it. Again, the other thing is, what kind of agricultural products are you talking about? Is it food stuff? Is it phytosanitary stuff? Is it farm?
Oh, guys, Clandy, Vina, don't worry, he's gonna come back, okay? Because he was on your question, and I'm certain you were taking notes already. Yeah. So talking about that, just in line with your question, I think I'm going to drop a link. You might want to read that, okay? I'm going to drop a link in the comment section, just so that you can get the difference, for those of you who are interested, to get the difference between all of what Clandy has asked. If you want to register ETS, SAR, LTD, just the differences, so you understand the meaning of it first before you even get the differences, okay? Roland is back, and he's going to continue from where he stopped. Welcome back, Roland.
Thank you, thank you. Do you see me now?
I see
No?
you. Yeah, we see you. We've been seeing
Oh,
you
okay.
for a while.
Oh, okay. So
I just
everything is
didn't
good
tell
now?
you.
So we're good now? You can see me now?
Yeah, we can. We
Oh,
can.
okay. Then that's good. Then I was worried. So yes, I was saying that if it depends again at what stage of business you're in, then you don't have to worry about incorporation. But again, it depends what kind of agricultural products you're talking about. Is it food stuff? If you're going to be selling, cocoa yams or plantains or any of that, why do you need to register the business? But if you're going to be selling phytosanitary stuff, then yes, it might need you to have to register that, because you might have to be selling in a public place, right? And things like that. And then yes, if your business is that which you need to bring on investors, or people are willing to invest in your business, then yes, you should think about that. So it really depends what exactly you want to sell, what stage in business you're in, where also, if you are in some village in Upper Manyemen, or in Gokitunja, or in Timbuktu, or in Moa somewhere, I mean, why would you want to spend in registering a business, but yes, if you are to sell phytosanitary things here in Douala, you know that the taxation guys will pass by you every now and then yeah, you need to register the business. Okay,
Right,
you asked
guys.
a question.
I hope that answered your question. The A part of
Yeah,
it.
no,
Let me
she,
see.
she, she, she asked a question. She said, Irish potatoes, corn, Gary, those are all food stuff. Food stuff doesn't really have taxes on it. There's no day some tax person comes to your farm to say you have to pay taxes on the things that you're producing. So there's really none of that. And if you're the only one running your business, then you don't need it. But again, if you're now getting to the point where you are supplying to supermarkets, and those supermarkets, they need to see, a registered company. They want to see a registered bank account. Okay, then yes, you should register it. But again, what I advise is that if this is what you're doing, Ms. Clancy, just register an association. Register it as an association, because as an association, you have nothing to worry about anything, and the steps are very, limited. The registration time, even you can register within 2 days, then you're good to go. Unless unless you get to a point where you're bringing investors or other things, then you can be looking at those other corporate structures like ETS and the rest.
Okay, thank you so much. I guess I learned a lot from it. But just like I said, I've sent a link in the comments, okay? Just so you know the differences between all the ETS, the SAR, and all of that. The advantages, why you take which one, and what stage can you transition from which to which. I think it's really very educative. You might want to, the link is there. Okay, I did put it on there, so you might want to click on that and learn more. The next question is coming from, let me take Tanyim Brenda, I think it's high time most of us Cameroonians stop playing the pity party and know that nobody owes you anything. Even your parents don't owe you. If you need or want something, go to work and money and get it for yourself. Exactly, my dear. It's a lot of Cameroonians who don't understand how the corporate sector works and how to be professional. And the least of it, the spirit of excellence. Roland, I think that's going to be a session where you're going to be talking about how to distinguish your product from. In fact, it's something I had a video. I will play that when we have that session. But of course, we will talk about all of this. My mentor did send it to me, and I listened to it, and I was in awe at what was said. It is not just limited to the audience he addressed, but of course, predominantly to Africans. We need to know how to package. There's such a thing as packaging, which makes all the difference with your competitors. Um, I'm, yeah, you're taking notes. I'm trying to see the B part on the aspect of investment. Roland, we have another on the screen. We have Clandestine on the aspect of investment. Lately, due to my social media outburst, I have had a good number of people wanting to invest or partner with me. Is it good? Is it good given that the business is still at the early stage?
Let me, Clandy, thank you for that question. There is one thing I want to tell you. The Cameroon social media cloud can be very deceiving. You have to be able to know that, there are so many people who clap for you, but believe me, those people who clap for you are not even the guys who come buy any of your products.
Yeah, you'll be amazed with who your real customers are.
Yeah,
exactly.
You have to be able to differentiate between those guys who are just there to clap and say yes, 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 but for them to put their hands in their pocket and do something is another thing. That's one. Secondly, you know that we live in a country where investment is not something that it's regular, it's normal. Many Cameroonians don't even understand what it means to invest in somebody's business. Somebody will come and see you, Clancy, you've been doing your business for 6 years, you've been doing all these things, and because this person comes and gives you 1 million, believes that they should have 80% of your business. You understand? So you also have to understand, how do you value your business? So I would like that on another session we talk strictly about how you attract investors and then how you deal with investors and investments, because I have had so many people who have come up to me. They had a good business going on, and then somebody, for example, came from London and said, "Oh, I have 1 million I want to give you, and then you give me 50% of your business." And then tomorrow things don't go well, and then you see them, with police, because that person has money more than you, and then they start giving you convocations here and there, and next thing you know.
Exactly. I guess that's the reason why you said money is not the first thing you need in your business, just so that you know. I think that really comes into play right now.
So to you, Clanny, what I want you to do is, and there are two types of investors that you should be looking at. One is the industrial investor. You have a customer who says that, okay, you know what? You can supply me Irish every month. Okay, I can buy them in advance, or I can give you money so that you can start paying me off, with the produce. That's an investment. And then you have the financial investor who come and say, okay, your business is this now. You have 1 hectare. I can give you 10 million, and you can go up to 10 hectares. You understand? Those are two different investors. So you have to know how any of these guys they get to you. But make sure that before you get an investor, you have a good accounting system. Make sure that you get a good financial person who works with you. Many people in Cameroon have sold away their businesses because they got the wrong investor. Many of them. I mean, sometimes they come to me and I don't even know how to advise you, because you had this good business and people told you that, oh, it's good, and at some point you got so desperate and somebody came with 500,000 and they gave you, and then next thing is that they're raping you, and you cannot say anything. They have all the receipts that they gave you business, and now it becomes a loan. Even after you pay them the loan, they tell you, oh, this money has accrued at 20%. If they had put their money in a jangi in a bank, you could have paid them this. Now you have to, and you have to get investors who understand that business is growth. Do you have an investor who is willing to pay for 3 years without getting any dividend? I don't see that. Cameroonians, investments is like a loan here. They give you an investment this month, next month they want you to start paying them out. So you have to really be understanding of who you want to bring in your business and what terms you're using to attract people. That's why I talk of a team. Remember, my team, I started with a financial person who is my best friend and a lawyer who is also my best friend. You have to get these two people. And then I had a marketer who's also
Mhm.
my best friend. And that's how we
How
built
many
an
best friends have
empire.
you got, Mr. Fomundam?
Oh man,
No, don't
you
worry.
you
I was just,
you
just
you
pulling your legs.
when you're doing something good, you have good people who come closer to you.
Yeah. Anyways, we got to move. I guess we move over to the next question. Yeah, Kabila Bright says, thank you for this session. I love talking business. We have Pretty Kelly Pride saying thank you. We have Ayoko Ayoko Akbo Yoland. I hope I got it right. Saying is confirming it's true. I have Abigail Ben who's saying that's right. We have thank you, and thank you. Thank you for the links. Okay, guys, let me get to the next question. This question is coming from. I hope these people who ask the questions are even in. If you have your question, guys, drop it in the comments. We still have a couple of minutes before we round up. Um, I don't know some of the questions. Anyway, I think it's not in my position to determine which question is relevant or not. Okay, so I'm just going to be asking them the way it is. What is cryptocurrency and its benefits? That question is coming from Blanche Ayon.
Well, I would not want to dwell so much on crypto. I think that is a whole new topic on its own. But of course, it's a digital currency as you have it, which of course still has some criticism. But of course, it is taking a good toll in the world today. Of course, in terms of benefits, there are benefits in terms of, are you an investor? Are you a user? Are you a country? Who
Mm-hmm.
are you? Um, the benefits really vary on who is using it and for what reason. So I think it will be something that we can talk about a lot on another time.
On a very
But
specific
again, are you
level,
are you
yeah.
looking to invest in cryptocurrency? That would be the question. Then again, which of the currencies you want to get into? That will be the next question. How much do you think you want to start with? That will be another question. So crypto is a world on its own. But yeah, I mean, many people are making gains in it, and it seems to be the currency of the future.
Okay. Next question. Uh, like I said, it's not really in my position to answer most of these questions. Sorry. Let me see. What is the most lucrative business one can venture into in Cameroon, and how much minimum capital is required? I think you sort of answered this question at the beginning because there was a question that was similar to it. But for the benefit of maybe those of you who are just joining who did not understand, I think you might want to take this again because it's from a different person. This is coming from Khan Eugene. So
I mean, lucrative has a lot of a lot. It has a lot of loopholes. If politics is a business, then it is lucrative, right? So
tell me about
again,
it.
it's a very open-ended question, yes. To me, don't look at it that way. Don't look at what is lucrative. Look at what you can do. Again, like I say, you want to get into business, do those three things that I told you, I shared earlier, and then you will know what business is best for you. And lucrative shouldn't be about how much money you take back at home. To me, wealth is based on freedom. There are so many people who have made money and they cannot even walk around in the streets.
Mhm.
They cannot even have freedom. You have a lot of them in prison. You have a lot of people who have made money and they walk around with hoodies and hiding their faces. To
Mm.
me, that's a prison to yourself. It doesn't make sense having billions in the account and you cannot even sit, in a local, restaurant or snack bar and even get a cup of natural juice. So you
Mm.
really need to ask yourself that question: what kind of lucrativeness are you talking about? You know, what kind of world are you looking to build? You know, it is that. So it's an open-ended question, but if you're really looking to get into business, consider those three things that I did mention, and you will do the business that is right for you and the business that you really enjoy doing, and you can do even after you're not here. You see, one thing about me and business is do a business that even after you're gone, that business still lives on. Cameroonians, you will notice that a lot of the older generation, the moment they die, their businesses die with them. To me, that is not business. You know, a lot of businesses are failing today because they never had a good blueprint as who would carry on the business, or they never even made the business to a point where it would continue after they're gone. To me, you know, that is not success. Success has to be successive. It means someone can take over and do it even better than you were doing it. That's why companies like Ford are still existing today. Companies like those for Carnegie, Rockefeller, and Hilton's, all these companies,
Apple.
we still have them today. But you know, look at us. You know, you have a Cameroonian business guru who died last year, and this year his business is already out and bankrupt. So think about that question very well. But your idea of starting a business should really be one that is individual and one that satisfies you intrinsically, not extrinsically.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Just summarily, for those of you who were not there, before starting up whatever business, Roland made mention that you have to think about the what. What exactly, what's the product? And that will greatly depend on your audience, the who. Who are you targeting? What is their need? What is their need? How do you go about, which is the crux of it? I know that most people would want to, because they're asking, okay, I've started. It's easy to know what, it's easy to know how. I mean, why? Even why. It is even easy to know with whom you want to do business with, but how, which is the strategy, has remained the most difficult part for most of you. Okay, so I guess that's really what most of you would be asking. But this is really relative, depending on the sort of business. Because what I think Roland would tell you for one business might not be the same model he's going to give you for a different one, because these things vary like that, especially in a setup like Cameroon. Okay, I'll take the next question from Clandy. No, we have a question on the screen if you've seen that, Mr. Roland.
Yes, I've seen it. Please say, is it advice to borrow money from Jangi to invest in your business?
This question is funny. So.
My dear, it depends on Jangi you're in. It depends how much you're borrowing. It depends how much they ask you to pay back. That Jangi that you will take money and they say no, they need your leg back. I will not advise you. I will
Before
not
you
advise
borrow
you to go
from
for that
Jangi
one.
and the interest is out of this world, and you cannot.
Yeah, it is
Have you
very
chopped
sad because
Jangi first? Did you chop your
I tell
Jangi
you,
once?
yeah, it is sad. People borrow money from loan shark. You borrow money at 20% interest, and then 20% you cannot repay, and then you have to borrow money again to repay. And I mean, I've seen people just forfeit a lot of their assets because they did the wrong choices in investing. Like I said again, Madam Yolande, business, those of you who want to start business with money, you always make the wrong choices. Please don't always look to start business with money first. Start with a team, start with an idea, start with the market. Okay, know that okay, there is a market here and I can sell to them at this price and I can sell it at this rate and they can pay my money back this way. There are some people who will go and borrow money and then go and do a government contract, and then that contract pays you only after 6 months. By that 6 months, you are dead because you are hungry, you are starving, you've never had money. You guys should really be very well informed on how you want to gain money to do business. But if you have your team and your members of your team, you guys contribute. So imagine if you need 1 million and you realize that you have 5 friends. Call your 5 friends who you know that they believe in you. You guys bring 200,000 together, or you put 400,000 and they put the rest. And you guys invest in business. You share the risk, you share the profits. The problem with most of us is that they want to do it all by themselves, all by themselves, all by themselves. And that's why they always die alone. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, I hope she got that. I guess she's giving a thumbs up in the comments, and that's a good one. Clandy again. Hi, Clandy. You've been there and very active. Thank you. Guys, for those of you who are joining, can you share the video? can you please kindly share this video? Tag your friends to come and learn, okay? Tag them to come and get answers to the questions that have been bothering their hearts for a while. So we have Clandy again. Clandy is saying that which one is more important when dealing with agricultural products on the aspect of branding, company branding or product branding?
Thank you, Clancy. You asked a very good question. Start first with company branding.
Oh,
Company
really?
branding.
You shocked me for that one, for real.
No. You know why?
Mm-mm.
With company branding, product branding comes under. If you start branding the product, then you miss out on the company. You have to know that Cameroon is a country where rules do not apply. The moment somebody sees you with a product, competition starts. You realize that before you even finish the product, you have competition everywhere already. So it is always important you have a company that is branded so that any other product that you bring under that company, it sells. When you start with only the product, you are limited to just that product. To a point where if you start with a product, for example, and that product fails, you have already failed. Nobody would even want to listen to you again. They'll say, oh, no, that man, if you start a company, that it don't fail. That's all. And once they invalidate you like that, you're done. You see, and Clandy, to your question, that's what we did with Greenhouse Ventures. You see, I started greenhouses, the first greenhouse business that ever existed, most people don't even know, I know Delhi has heard, was a nightclub. It was called Greenhouse Nightclub. People never understood why I was starting the nightclub and why they called it Greenhouse. As a matter of fact,
I think I saw, was it a picture or
yeah,
something?
yeah.
You just said, I went mad with laughter, man.
No, it was, so I had the Greenhouse nightclub, and the idea of the nightclub was it was a social ground. I wanted people to get used to getting to know that name. It was important, the name. Remember the name always. From Greenhouse nightclub, we had a Greenhouse restaurant, we had a Greenhouse cyber cafe. Then when internet was coming in Cameroon, like Bamenda 2013, we had a Greenhouse hotspot. So when you entered Bamenda from off station, we had free Wi-Fi. Anybody with a smartphone just see Greenhouse hotspot. So that name resonated. So by the time we even built the first greenhouse farm in 2014, people already knew what that was. And that's why today I have competition. There are so many people who are looking to do greenhouses. But the thing is that the moment you say greenhouse in Cameroon, there is one person that you think about, and that's me. And that's the difference. So you build the company brand, and that company brand will swallow any other company. So anybody doing greenhouse in Cameroon today, it is a given. When the moment they say greenhouse, there is, it goes first to one person. Then that person can start trying to differentiate themselves that, oh no,
We are not Roland Fomundam, we are not Greenhouse Ventures.
Exactly.
And Roland, is it sorry that I cut you. Does this is it the same thing you would say to branding with your personal name and branding with an abstract name? Does that apply to?
Yes, branding with a personal name is good and is bad. A personal name is good, but when that name becomes tarnished, you know that you are gone. There are certain names. I mean, I'm not going to call them. There are certain names that you and I don't even want to talk about them in any milieu, because
capacity, yeah.
Not because that person is a bad person, but maybe some sabotage came up, and business in Cameroon, people don't know how to compete in Cameroon. The way they compete in Cameroon is sabotage. Somebody sees you doing good, all they want to do is to drag you in the mud. They would pay for you to be dragged in the mud. Even, it cannot kill you. So you have to know that the moment you're starting a business, you're also calling for competition. You are calling for competition. So you have to start normalizing your competition even before you even get business started. I remember 2014 when I incorporated my business, I actually published my incorporation documents, and somebody was like, "Oh no, they would take you, they'll compete with you." I understood what I was doing, and that's why to today I don't have competition. I mean, we know what we've been doing. So you have to learn how you normalize competition before they even become competition. It's either you absorb them before they even think of coming up, or you just make it invalid, and that's what you do.
All right, thank you so much. I got that. So for poultry, there's a question from Ghana, Gibet. He's saying, sir, for poultry, which can you advise a young entrepreneur, boilers or layers?
Again, it depends on the market. It depends again on your market. Who do you want to sell the boilers to? How much are you going to sell for? Where is the market? All of those details. What is the risk involved in boilers versus layers? You
Mm-hmm.
know, where are you having the layers at? Where is the location? You know, layers, they don't like noise. So if you have a farm that's by the road, you know that you aren't going to get any eggs. You
Mm-hmm.
know, boilers, yeah. So there are, this again, go back to that first question answers all of this. Make sure you understand who you're going to sell to, how much you're going to sell, and how you are going to sell. What
Mm-hmm.
price? There's no point. Some people just wake up today, oh, they have 1 million, they want to invest in chicken business because in December everybody eats chicken.
Right.
It's the same thing. Last year, everybody, oh, I want to do tomatoes, tomatoes. Then it was a time that there was an influx of tomatoes on the market. Tomatoes were sold for 700 francs a basket. And then 2 months after that, that same basket that was for 700 francs costed 12,000 francs. And
Mm.
people didn't get it. And the difference that's where we made money because we understood that we understand the fluctuation in prices in tomatoes. So we will sell tomatoes when there's a scarcity on the market. I don't sell tomatoes when everybody's looking to grow or harvest it. No. So you always need to understand what period is your market. And there's some people who will say, oh no, they want to do it because December market is coming. Remember that everybody is growing for December market. So you're going to be
Mm-hmm.
competing with everybody at the same time. So I think it goes back to that same question. Remember those three things. I think Delhi, I would have to write that and put in your wall so that people should always get it. The three things you have to learn to start any business. It would answer all your questions and it would avoid all the failures that all of you are always getting.
Mm-hmm.
All of you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Roland. We have a couple of minutes to go. That's a question, I guess, from Brown Sugar. She's asking if you acquired a loan and invested it in your business and you were able to recover the money back from your business within half the duration given to you to pay back the loan. Sir, is it advisable to pay back that money as soon as you have it and request for another loan or reinvest the money back into the business and hope for the best? I am currently in this dilemma.
Yes. The credit union will always tell you that borrow wisely, pay promptly.
Yeah.
So as soon as you have that money, pay it back. But you pay once you pay the money back, you've increased you've reduced your risk potential, and then you've just bought in more credibility with the bank. So now you
Mm-hmm.
can get more. That's just it. Don't at least pay it back so that the bank knows that you paid back, and then you can borrow again and then redo business. But it's
Mm.
always good. And when you borrow again, now you've extended the time for you to pay it. Because if I took a loan today, we're in April, and you have 3 months to pay it, and then
Mm-hmm.
in 1 month I got the money, then I can pay it, and then I realize I can apply again, and then I have another 3 months again on top. So it just makes sense to borrow wisely and pay very promptly.
Awesome. We have another question on the screen. It's coming from Anya Bridget. How do you know when to diversify your business?
Yes, knowing when to diversify business is like asking a woman how does she know when she wants to have many more kids. It is based on you've started a business and you realize that maybe you are making more gains, and you realize that okay, you have a team that is ready. Again, always remember team first. Don't just diversify because there are customers calling you in Garowa that you should come there. No, who is going to manage the business there? So diversification has several aspects that you have to look into. You have to consider before you indulge in any business, especially business that you are not around. You have to
Mm-hmm.
know most businesses in Cameroon fail because you are not there in person. I had to move back, stay in Cameroon because my businesses are here. I mean, when I used to go back and forth, believe me, it wasn't fun because sometimes you have customers that have you know, they only want to pay to you. I have customers that will not pay to any of my employees. Nobody. They would want to give the money to you, give the check to you, and they talk to you one-on-one, especially if there are people who are paying some good sums of money, like 50,000, 100,000, 1 million, and the rest. If you have granules where you're selling for 100, 150, 200, there's no problem. But if you start getting into businesses where you know that people's money is so valuable, then yes, you need to be careful about the decisions you make, especially about diversifying business away from your desk.
All right. You got the other one. Hope that they answered your question. Clandy again. Clandy is saying Cameroonians get to slack too much on the aspect of branding and publicity or promotion, which is very essential if you want to attract investors and more customers. Please, can you enlighten us on more on this?
Okay. Thank you, Clandy. I really enjoy your questions.
She's been a star of the day. Thank you, Clandy.
Yes. I'm glad at least I'm answering your question. And I hope that the answers also apply to many others who are on here.
Right.
And I want to take this chance to really tell you guys something about marketing. Some of you have a business and then you have somebody market the business for you. That person marketing your business for you is marketing many other businesses. That person doesn't really know about your business really well. That person probably doesn't even understand your business. They just understand the 7 P's of marketing and they just apply it like that and they do it. No. Your business, the best marketer for your business is you. If you cannot market your business, then forget it. Unless you are like a Dangote, that okay, you can pay huge sums of money, or you are the brasseries, or you are who. But if you are just starting up a business, I see some of you just starting a business and then you want to go and pay a marketing firm to start marketing your business. It's not organic marketing. And that's why look at even companies like Jumia came to Cameroon and they failed. Why do you think they failed? Despite all the promotions that they did and everything, think about that. There are so many companies that have gone under. Think about them. What made them fail? If you are starting a small business, the marketing person should be you. And that's why I talk of the team. If you cannot be the marketer, get somebody who is a marketer. Because there is a difference when you have, just for example, Delhi right now. If some other person comes and sit on Delhi, it will never be the same. Delhi is Delhi. Delhi is a brand. Even if it's a twin sister, it will never be the same. And the moment Delhi leaves, no one can handle what she's doing because she has relationships with people. There's a lot of confidential information. There's people who have built trust and that you cannot break. So it is always very important for you guys to understand that your business is you. You are your business. And that's why the social media platform is your most valuable tool to go to in advertising your business. And you don't need 10,000 followers. Believe me, you don't need 10,000 followers. And I always make this analogy. And I'll talk it about my business. Take, for example, Cameroon, we have 27 million people. Douala or Littoral alone, we are about 6.2 million. I don't need to even start to 6.2 million. I just need about 500,000, even 100,000 people to supply to them every week. Just imagine if I have 100,000 people that I'm supplying 10 kilos to them every week. You can imagine how much is that. So I don't even need to go too far to make that. Even if I'm just talking about, what should I be talking? Just talk about, 500 people, not even going any further. Talk about 500 people who are buying 10,000 from you every week. That's 5 million you're making every week. In a month, you're making 20 million from 500 people. You get me? And that's the power of it. And those on my social media handle, I have close to 10,000 plus people who are following me, but I don't need them all. I need just 500 to supply to them every week, and I'm in business. So you guys have to also understand that it's not about those big numbers. No, it's about the value of those numbers. That's why when someone talked about, investors, I said, no. There are so many people who clap for you. There are so many people who will tell you, but believe me, the moment things hit the fan, you don't see those people.
That's as far as it gets. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Roland, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't.
No. I just said focus on the value of the numbers, not the quantity of the numbers.
And of course, consistency.
Very, very.
Yeah. So, guys, there's Babila Donald. Donald asked this question. Donald, unfortunately, your question was answered when you were not here. That's about one of the first questions that Roland answered. Remember, Roland, we asked,
Yes, yes.
he put his
I've answered
questions
that
in.
question already.
Yeah, he put it. So you might want to watch or catch up, okay? The question has been answered already. There's Annie Bright, who has been very active as well, saying thank you for these free lectures. God bless you, Mr. Roland. Are there more questions? Any more questions, guys? Let us know, okay? Just so that we, yeah, Clandy has literally been asking questions for just about everybody. Let me see if there were any questions in the comments, in the post I made. This question, I'm not sure that that's a question. Well, somebody's asking you can link them up to someone who buys goods from Nigeria. I want to start a mesh supply business, but I don't know who will take me to Nigeria at least twice before I continue on my own. I guess you understand the question. That's why I'm laughing. I guess we're done with the questions that were sent, guys. I know you're just joining. Some of you are just joining. This session has been jam packed as usual. You can't expect anything less from Roland. It's been an awesome time answering your questions. Roland, maybe there's something you want to say, because in the absence of questions, maybe like more like a lecture regarding the diaspora thing we talked about. Okay, maybe you just touch on that, and then yeah, I guess we would have to
Okay.
push on the entrepreneur.
Yes, I mean, I think, yeah, the question about, especially to those in the diaspora who are looking to do business and what kind of business, I think the first thing about the diaspora is, again, it applies the team who would manage your business in your absence, or how will your business be managed in your absence. I see a lot of people who, are out in the diaspora, and, they put lots of money out here, invest in some businesses, and the next thing is that, oh, the Cameroon government, the tax system, they have stolen, or the employees have stolen, and this and that, and nothing works in Cameroon. No. Many things work, because if you come to Cameroon, you find a lot of expatriates, you find a lot of Chinese, Lebanese, they're doing business here. How are they doing it?
That's the thing about it.
These guys are
But how do
making
we
millions here.
complain
How are they
about
doing it?
How do
We
we
spend so
complain and
much time
other
just complaining
foreigners?
about everything that's going wrong, but there's so many things that are going right. We just choose to make the wrong steps. Secondly, if you're in the diaspora, for you to do business here, make sure you seek a consultant. In the same way that if you have a legal problem, you would get a lawyer. It bothers me that somebody has lived in the diaspora for years and is unwilling, and is looking to do a business in Cameroon, 50 million, but will not pay a consultant 2 million to
Roland,
just give them some business,
this is
insights.
this is
It
the
doesn't make
thing.
any sense.
This is the
They
thing.
want to come here in December for 2 weeks and they want to set up the business. They want to come here and then they run around, and when they give them, this and that, they start complaining. No. Make sure that you pay the consultant who is on the ground for business, and you expect the results from them. Make sure if you're getting a legal firm, get them. If you're getting a business consultant, get them. If you're whoever you're getting, and pay them the price for it. Some of you, you want to invest 100 million and someone charges you 5 million, and then you broke hell. Oh, why am I paying somebody 5 million for 1 month? Oh, well, but you forget that 1 month is going to save you a lot more. So I think it's just a general rule and principle that should apply. People should really understand that business here should be done in the right way and follow the normal proper procedures.
Right.
And it's very, very important for people to always understand that Cameroon, just like any other place, you need to understand that business has a way that it goes. And it's very, very important that you follow that way and make sure that you make the gains from your business. So for those in the diaspora, make sure that you connect with some consultant, some legal mind, some person who is on the ground doing business to give you the best advice on how to do business, where you want to do it, and for how much you want to do it for. If you're not ready to move to Cameroon, then you have to think about how you would be doing this business from where you are. It's very important.
Okay, Roland. We thank you for that. There's Beshu Binka on the screen. Beshu is asking. He said, I must say, I'm impressed with Mr. Roland. I watched him some weeks ago signing a giant partnership with CUIB. So, sir, what is the advice you would give some of us who are very interested in agriculture but are not able to afford the little capital needed to push us up? Thank you. I guess you came late because I guess he has been on about that. I mean, somehow passively, you talked about that. But yeah,
Yes, tell him to get a team member that can bring in the money. You know, and you see, yeah, Delhi, you see the thing about business. Everybody's looking for money,
I mean,
and
that's what
that's
I said.
where a lot of people are failing
That's
because
what I
you
said.
know
She
they want
came
to go to
late. So
Jangi, they want to get it from here. Everybody thinks that business is money. It's never money. Get a team member who would bring in their money, or get a team who has a network that can bring in their money,
yeah,
and you guys can do business all together. Or just get a team, get somebody who has the idea, somebody who has a connection, who has a market. You know, partner with somebody like Delhi. She has 104,000 followers. The moment she markets something on her platform, you're going. You have 104,000 people who get it. Partner, she's right there. This I'm Delhi. I'm talking. It's right there.
thank
And I don't
you.
know. You people would go about. I don't know. They want to go look for. I don't know who else they want to go look for. You know, you have a market right there. You have 104,000 people, and you are a part of them. This is a platform right there. Now look for somebody who can create a product. Look for somebody who can, you know, those things they're right there. You know, we spend more time spending what we don't have to get what we already have instead of spending what we have to get what we don't have. You know, we're doing things the opposite way in this country.
Right,
And that's
right,
the problem I get with
exactly.
so many people.
Exactly, exactly. There were other questions. I guess I missed out on them, Roland. Somebody made mention about, let me see if I can get it. Yeah. So this person is saying, which online business is more trustworthy and more productive at the moment?
Yes. Again, a question about which online business, you know, what business do you want to get into? This goes back to the first thing. We have a problem with misplaced priorities, as they call it. You know, you have somebody who just sees somebody doing long range business and they want to get into long range business because they've told them that the gains are huge. Somebody is doing a blogger business, and because you know people send me, you're in 10
That's
WhatsApp
always
groups,
the
and
mindset,
people send
Roland.
messages,
Money, money,
and you believe
of
that you
course.
can be a blogger too. You know, I don't want to stand here and tell you about which online businesses. Which business online can you do? Are you in position to do? Somebody who doesn't have a computer and internet will be talking about online business. You know, there's so many things that people do wrong that you know you need to first ask yourself, what is it you have, and who is the community that you want to sell to? You know, there's some of you that are so unfriendly online, and you just believe that because you know you are part of a gossip group, you can be sharing stories and you can become a blogger. I mean, so many misplaced priorities. So I don't know which online business is good. All I know is that there are so many online business, and you should find which one is good for you.
Mm-hmm. All right, right. I guess you answered that. Clandy, darling, I already told you that your comments are too long, so you want to summarize them or make them in two parts. Because I tried to put it on the on the screen. You can see, you can tell for yourself that it takes the entire screen, okay, and then it still doesn't come out clearly. Um, that's it on there. Maybe Roland will pick up one or two things on there, and then we can touch on it. I've had people come to me asking about the capital needed to start up a business. Please, there are more important things to consider other than capital questions, like what are the product businesses you are rooting for? Have you, oh, I love this. Thank you, Clandy. I think it's more of an addition. Have you done research about the product business in the market? Are you going to be selling in the quarter or the market? Have you thought about the location? What are your competitors for? What are your competition for the products like? Are there other people selling what same products around you? How well would you? And that ends it, I guess. Exactly. Thank you so much, Clandy. For those of you who are just joining, or maybe you've been here from the start, that's more like the summary for starters, for startup businesses. For those of you who want to start up, this is literally what Mr. Roland has been talking about. Feasibility studies is of the essence, guys. And these are the questions you get to ask yourself before you venture in it. It is not because Stella is doing relationships and all of this that you think, okay, she has followers, because this is really what I get all the time. Oh, I want to be like you. I like what you're doing, and that. What, how, even at the level of the passion, the calling, the purpose, which of course is something, is a topic I would love for us to touch on. You know, people, you're not being called to do this. You don't have the passion for it. You don't even have the, the right, I would say, the talent, even, before we get into the capital or the resources, you know the network, no team, nothing, like Mr. Roland has said, and then you just want to. And then the thing I've noticed with most of these startups is the impatience is out of this, is alarming. They start off today, they want to, somebody will start off a blog, for instance, and want to get to 100,000 followers the next second. And they become depressed and frustrated. And they think, okay, that's how we need to really touch on how many times people fail, how you can fail and bounce and re-strategize, and if you have to diversify if it is necessary, because sometimes people get it becomes too monotonous. Your product, Roland, there's a stage where your product becomes too monotonous, right? I think
Yeah.
and you want to think about diversification or rebranding, or sort of. I guess, like I said, guys, I might know just. In fact, I would say I'm a novice. Okay, Roland is the pro with these things, but you want to structure your questions just so that he can answer and touch exactly what you are after. Okay, thank you so much, Clandy, for that. Somebody might just want to get that. That is like the summary of what Roland has been saying for startups. You want to just copy that, go reflect on it, ponder on it, meditate on it, and start and you start up something from what she's put out there. Next other question is still coming. How well? Okay, that's the end part of it. How well would your products appear exceptional from the others around you? Exactly, So it's all of these things. The next question, I guess, what's bright? Do you do what you are best at and go for it? Yeah. One can't decide the kind of business you can do. Exactly. I'm sure that's what he meant. Yeah, exactly. I think she was responding to some other person, or maybe to the question that I asked. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Guys, I think yeah, so far we've been able to exhaust. Let me just see again, Roland. What do you think about digital entrepreneurship in Africa? That question is coming from
What do I think
Rita
about digital entrepreneurship?
in Africa. It's coming from Rita Mofon. Yes, one
Oh
of the
no, no.
questions.
It is the future. It is the way things are going right now. I mean,
Yeah,
COVID has actually enforced that even more.
even more
People now are
exactly.
more glued to their phones, their screens. You see, your phone is a very important tool. Your phone is being measured, is 30 centimeters, from your face, and you can hold it for hours, and you have your thumb that is on it every now and then, playing on it. It is everything. That is business on your fingertips. But the key also is that do we already have the infrastructure to support digital entrepreneurship in Africa? That
Mm,
is the challenging question. So if you're looking to get into it, you must find a space that you get in with your business. It is important. Don't just, that's why, of course, crypto is big in the Western world, and Africans are just still catching up on it
yeah.
because it is not yet our thing, and we may
Mm,
not even get on it,
mm,
because there's a lot that Africa still needs to do to onboard certain technologies. You see, and that's why a lot of the Western companies right now, they're coming into Africa. Um, they're coming into Africa and they're looking to set up their bases. But it will take some time for a framework to be set up that will support many other businesses. But
mm-hmm,
of course, if you have a business and then you have a means to set up your own infrastructure, that is good. Because the challenge we are getting, for example, I am into greenhouses. I am the first to bring greenhouses in Cameroon. No one had done it before. So I had to start by even educating people what the hell greenhouses meant, what is it all about, and challenge. I mean, it is taking us close to 7 years now, just sensitizing people, educating people, to even get to understand it. And that's what
mm-hmm,
some digital businesses will have to take. It doesn't mean that you have an application that people use it. In Cameroon today, the biggest applications that people use are WhatsApp, and Facebook.
Right.
Mobile money, of course, is coming on, but it is still even slow. It's just because it's a necessity that people are going in for. You don't have people going in for things that are still a luxury. But if you go to the US, for example, you have all types of platforms that people can use because the internet is there, you have the smartphones are there, you have everything that is there. So digital entrepreneurship is the future, but at this very stage, you have to create your own platform to be able to leverage on. That's why you have all the incubators that we have here in Cameroon, from Silicon Mountain to IT Spaces to all of them. And you have so many entrepreneurs who are very likely creating so many products, but you don't see those products because there's no infrastructure to house them. And that's the challenge we're getting right now. So it's either you can create a product in anticipation or you create your own platform to be able to scaffold your product.
Right. Oh wow, wow. That's
Okay.
been super awesome, Roland. I'm really happy that we're doing this, okay? Really happy that you take out time to come and school us, to come and tell us. Like I said, guys, if you're just joining and maybe this is your first time of meeting Roland, I mean, he is an entrepreneur par excellence. He has a wealth of everything. He's talking about business, entrepreneurship. He's the go-to person. So we are privileged to have him talk to us like this and get to answer our many questions. I think with the absence of questions, let me see if any other question has come in. I'm glad to be here. West Bright, thank you. For those of you who are just joining, share the video, okay? Still share, okay? There's
All righty. I think we can round up.
205 persons pumping hearts, but of course, there's been loads of you watching from the background. You want to keep pumping. Come on, show him some love, guys. Show him some love. Encourage him to come again and do this even more. So, Roland, next week, are we going to be talking about mentorship then?
Yes, I encourage you guys to post questions in advance so we can prioritize on them and answer them as well. I know that sometimes we are caught on time. We can even do pre-recorded answers sometimes and just get them on, especially when we're getting these internet challenges.
Exactly.
But yes, next week we talk a lot about mentorship. We talk about how you can get the right team. We talk about how you can raise, capital or how you can start a business. I want us to do very practical things. I don't want to come here and give you business textbook definitions about this and that. I want to talk very practical.
Yeah, you said something a while ago, how to attract investors and how to manage them, which of course I think a lot of people are boiling to know that as well. Me as well, okay, because I am at the point in time stage in my business where I would love to have even more investors coming, but how to manage them could really be challenging for a lot of persons. So we just so we know. So next week, Roland and I will be here again, same time, same day, same platform, talking about mentorship, the importance of mentorship in our businesses, and of course, maybe every other question that would arise. But just to know that the main topic of the day would be on mentorship. Okay. So guys, Clandy, you've been the star of the day. We want to say thank you for participating. Thank you for the insightful questions. Thank you so much. Yuk Akbo Yulam, you were there, you've been there, you've been active as well and contributing insightful thoughts. West Bright as well. Ghana Gilbert, thank you so much. Laura James, thank you too. Roland, you have a lot of persons in here, and I'm amazed that I have women. I mean, I love to see them. A lot of women who are participating and being so, I'm happy that the women are not just. We've not been relegated to the gossip blogs. Hi guys, I'm happy that you guys are doing that, because in things like this you will see mostly the men, but the women are still overtaking. I mean, kudos to you guys. I'm happy. I'm really proud of you. Proud of those of you who started from the beginning, even with the glitches and up to this moment. Thank you so much. Roland, any final word for them listening to you?
No, well, first I want to thank you guys for being patient despite the challenges we've been getting, but believe me, we'll resolve them all. And one final word is just to tell you guys that don't get distracted. Cameroon is a bed of opportunities, believe me. When people say Cameroon is bad, I like it because it is bad because many good things have not been done. So you become one of those good persons that will do one of the good things, that would not only pay you money, but will also improve, kind of increase the impact potential that we have in the country. There's so many of us who need to do many things. It bothers me that we sit here and foreigners come to this country and they get everything. I mean, you need to see how much money is going out of this country from investments that people have made in this country.
Tell me
And
about
I
it.
ask myself, where are we? Whereas you would find Cameroonians who are seated in the nightclubs and they're spending like 10 million drinking foreign whiskeys and foreign beers and all of that. And I'm just like, man, we're losing something. We're losing something. So please, if you're one of those who's looking to do good, make sure that you're doing some great investments that put money in your pocket. And again, there's a parable that says, don't be that person who sits in the front door and feeds the birds and then allow the chicken in your backyard to die. Take that home. I hope it makes a lot of sense. Make sure you always feed your chicken. That's what you need on Christmas Day and every day at home. The birds, they eat and they fly off. So be careful who you're feeding. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Delhi. God bless you all.
Bless you too, Mr. Roland. It was such an honor. It's always an honor, and hope to see you again same time, next week, same venue. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Roland. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Guys, thank you so much, okay? Thank you. It's been an awesome session. You heard what he said. Do not be that person who sits at the front door and feeds birds while you have your chicken die at the backyard. That was a powerful one, and I hope that that would resonate with you throughout the week until we meet again, same time, same venue. Thank you, guys. Keep pumping hearts, okay? And just before you go, I said this at the beginning. For those of you who were not here, if you want to study abroad, if you want to study in the UK, MBA, graduate and undergraduate programs, you have the go-to person. Okay, FK Global Educational Ventures is your go-to person. And I'm putting all the slides on the screen just so you can have the details. But if you miss out on them, then please get to me inbox and we can take it from there. Okay, this is your coming to the UK. We have different courses. We have cloud computing, engineering, accounting. We have all of these courses that you can possibly benefit from. So you have study in the UK, study an MBA in London, benefit from up to £3,000 scholarship. So these are the different options that you have, guys. Entrepreneurship, marketing, banking and finance, information and marketing and management. Okay, so guys, take advantage of this, okay? It is a legit link, okay, for you to get here. It's going to start off with schooling and counseling you on all what is needed from your admission and everything coming in here, picking at the airport, okay, you settling in and all whatnot. FK Global Educational Ventures. You can see that on the crawling text on your screen. You can copy the website www.fkglobeeduventures.com and you can contact us on that number and the email as well, or you get to me inbox and we can take it from there. Okay, guys, thank you so much. It's been an awesome session and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for staying true to this vision and keep supporting regardless of the many glitches. Thank you again, and I'll see you on Friday with on relationship hot topics with Bisong, Denzel, and of course myself. Thank you and God bless. Bye-bye.